There's a new flashpoint in the Caribbean tonight with President Trump confirming he's ordered covert CIA actions in Venezuela.
So this is the latest escalation between the two countries. Venezuela's president now accusing the U.S. of trying to topple its government. Fox 4's Casey Stiegel is in studio with the very latest developments. Casey.
Heather, Steve, good evening. The fallout is cascading far beyond the Caribbean, from the halls of Congress, where some lawmakers question the president's authority to carry out these missions, to the streets of Caracas, where tanks and troops are mobilizing for what could happen next.
The U.S. military sank an alleged drug boat off Venezuela's coast Tuesday, killing 6 people on board. It's the 5th strike since September, and President Trump on Wednesday doubled down on his decision, saying it's about saving American lives by stopping the flow of deadly drugs into the homeland.
So much of the drugs, 25–30%, would come in through the seas.
President Trump recently ordered 8 warships, a submarine, and fighter jets to the region. He says America is in an armed conflict with Central American drug cartels, and progress is being made.
We've had a couple of days where there isn't a boat to be found. Then I view that as a good thing, not a bad thing.
The president confirmed Wednesday he ordered covert CIA action in Venezuela and is threatening to move beyond coastal military operations.
We've almost totally stopped it by sea. Now we'll stop it by land. Well, I don't want to tell you exactly, but we are certainly looking at land now because we've got the sea very well under control.
But some lawmakers say the White House is testing the limits of executive power with these attacks.
I'm very concerned that some of the strikes thus far may not have been accurately going after narco-trafficking vessels.
Senators voted last week on a resolution to restrict strikes, but it failed, while supporters say the crackdown is long overdue.
No question that they're drug traffickers and they're killing American citizens and they're causing problems in our country.
Venezuela's president, Nicolas Maduro, is framing this as a fight for his country's survival. On Wednesday, he ordered military exercises and militia drills in response to what he calls U.S. aggression.
If Venezuela were attacked, it would immediately enter a period of armed struggle in defense of the national territory.
Maduro accuses the U.S. of trying to steal Venezuela's natural resources and engineer a regime change. He's calling on citizens to join a volunteer militia in the event of an attack.
Defense officials say that more American ships are in fact heading to the Caribbean, carrying thousands of Marines. Venezuelan's leader warns every strike is pushing the region one step closer to war. Steve, Heather?
All right, Casey in studio, thank you.